Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. It's me, Richard, with Nightmares Anyone. So, do you believe in Santa Claus? What about Krampus? Today, I'm doing a review on Ronald Kelly's Seasons Creepings and Graham Masterton's newest, well, not newest because he has a new haunted house book out, but I'm also going to review this, The Soul Stealer. Come back after the intro. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing a review on 2022's Seasons Creepings, and then I'm going to be doing a review on 2021's The Soul Stealer by Graham Masterton. Now, actually, this book, Seasons Creepings, came out this summer. Yeah, it just says copyright 2022. It's only 115 pages. There's 10 stories in here, and let me tell you what, this book is so good. Now, you guys know me with short stories. It's hard for me to get into a short story because once I get into it, I either everything's thrown at you so fast, I either don't get it or I just think, you know. But in the last probably 2 years, I've been turned on to some short stories that I absolutely love. And oh my God. These are the first short stories that I've ever read by Ronald Kelly, and let me tell you what. Now, you guys know how I feel about Ronald Kelly. He wrote the book Fear. I have a cat down here. You guys can hear him. He's flying around on the carpet. He's rolling around back and forth. And but yeah, Ronald Kelly wrote the book Fear, which I absolutely loved. One of my favorite coming-of-age horror novels. And then he also did, he wrote Hell Hollow that I just reviewed not too long ago, and I'll pop a link up right there to that video so you can see that if you haven't seen it. But he took 10 years off from writing to become a minister or something in his church. Thank God he came back to horror because the man can write. Yeah, the man can write. He's a great writer. But oh my God, let me tell you about this book. So, out of the 10 stories, there was only one that I didn't really care for. Well, it's not that I didn't care for, I just thought, So it says, O Christmas tree, what lurks among thy branches? Yeah, this book, see that thing right there? Yeah, this book was totally messed up. It says, Christmas can be the most wonderful time of the year. Candy canes and hot cocoa, snowmen and sleigh rides. The love and hope that the nativity brings, cold milk and warm cookies for Santa, family, friends, and the cheerful laughter of children. But beneath the festive wrapping paper and the gleam and glitter of the lights and tinsel, things less jubilant may lie in wait. The holiday season can bring love, peace, and benevolence, but it may also spawn a darkness lurking amid the shadowy boughs of the Christmas tree, ornaments that should have never seen the light of day, let alone hung on festive branches, and bones that jingle and dance in search of Santa's crimson suit and the flesh that resides within. I'm going to go over the titles of the stories that I'm going to just roughly tell you. Yeah, I'm just going to roughly tell you. Butters is down here like, I don't know what he's doing. He's like making love to the carpet or something. I don't know what he's doing. Now he's like falling asleep. So he's like, I don't know. In this collection of harrowing holiday tales, Ronald Kelly leaves 10 frightful and horrific gifts in the Christmas stockings that hang from the mantel of your cheerful fireplace. Ghastly and gruesome presents that slowly unwrap and burst into life while you are tucked, snug and warm in your bed and take on nightmarish form in the icy winter hours of Christmas Eve. Turning comfort and joy into terror and dread. Yeah, oh my God. So, like I said, there's 10 stories in here, and it's only 115 pages. So, actually, I take that back. It says right here, copyright 2020. So, yeah. So it says for the Kelly kids, Riley, McKenna, and Ryan, for whom Christmas has always been a joyful, magical, and peaceful time, except when their daddy told them gruesome Yuletide ghost stories on Christmas Eve. It's funny because Ronald Kelly's only a year or so older than I am. But, so he does an introduction at the beginning. But, yeah. So, here are the titles of the stories. There's Jingle Bones, The Skating Pond, Depravity Road, Heirlooms, The Winds Within, Then Came a Woodsman, As for Me, My Little Brain, Beneath the Branches, Papa's Exile, and The Peddler's Journey. So, where do I start? Oh my God. So, Jingle Bones. Oh my God. So, Jingle Bones is about a kid who's recently lost his father. Him and his mother has remarried a bully. Yeah, she has remarried a man who abuses the kid. And we're not talking about just abuse. We're talking about physical lashings across the back. Just terrible stuff. But it's right after Halloween, and him and his mom are shopping in like a Woolworths and when I was a kid, we had these really cool Christmas and Halloween displays that were like cut out of cardboard, and they were jointed. They had like, their arms and stuff went like this. Well, he buys one of these big long skeletons that's jointed, and it's only a couple dollars, and it glows in the dark. Well, that's who Jingle Bones is. Now, Jingle Bones, he puts on the door of his closet in his bedroom. What Jingle Bones does? Oh my God. I gave that story 5 stars just like that. Now the next one was The Skating Pond. Skating Pond also got 5 stars. This was the skating pond that I never knew. Growing up in the Seattle-Tacoma area, we didn't have ponds and we didn't go ice skating. Not outside. I mean, we had snow and stuff, but we never went ice skating in Seattle. But this skating pond makes life hell for a young boy who loses his brother through the ice one winter. And years later, he comes back home with kids of his own. The pond is up to its old tricks. Yeah, Skating Pond got 5 stars. Depravity Road. This was my favorite story in the whole book. I love, love, love this one. Now, I'm going to read you something. Well, actually, I'm not even going to read something to you. So, this takes place in 1954, and on Christmas Day, and a mom and dad and their 2 kids, their 2 boys, 2 young boys, are driving across country to spend Christmas with the family. Now, their mother is very demanding. She's crabby. She's the whip and snap crack, controlling mother and controlling wife. Well, it's snowy. It's in the Midwest, and they're trying to find. Well, they're trying to find her, the in-laws' house. They get lost. Starts to snow, and they come up on an old farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere, and the mom and dad are arguing in the car while they tell the kids to go play in the snow. Well, the two boys go up to the farmhouse, knock on the door. No one answers the door, but the door kind of opens, and well, the boys go in the house. Oh my God. I'm not going to ruin anything else, but what the boys find in this house is so fucking creepy. I knew right away when the one brother goes upstairs and he starts describing the things that he is seeing. I knew where they were. That's all I'm going to say. 5 stars. 5 stars all the way. In fact, I read it again. I read it to Bruce. I love that story. Yeah, Depravity Road. Great, great story. The next one was Heirlooms. Heirlooms was another good one. It was about those things that are hidden in Christmas boxes up in the attic. Good story. Not as good as the others. However, I did give it that one 3.5. The Winds Within got 4 stars, another good story. Then Came a Woodsman was so clever, 5 stars. That one would be really hard to describe because I tried to describe the story to Bruce and he knew exactly what I was going to say, so I don't want to say anything about that one. As for Me, My Little Brain, another good story, 4 stars. Beneath the Branches, 5 stars. Beneath the Branches is what that has to do with, Papa's Exile. Papa's Exile is only 1.5 pages long. I didn't even get that one. And then The Peddler's Journey was another good one. I gave it 4 stars. So, the entire book averages out to be like 4.7 for me. Great Ronald Kelly book. Now I'm going to do a review on Graham Masterton's The Soul Stealer. Yeah. Oh, there's 0. I accidentally closed it out, so let me open it back. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a review on Graham Masterton's Soul Stealer. Now, I don't have a physical copy of this book. NetGalley did grant me the book a year ago, and I never did the review on it, so I figure I better get this read before they archive it. And I did. I read it. I listened to it. I listened to the audiobook on Scribd. And I listened to it in like a day and a half. So I said, since I have been reading this author since the publication of his first horror novel, The Manitou, way back in 1975, and yes, I read it the summer it came out, I have been hooked, and that is a good thing. The author goes back to where he started with dealing with the American Indian people, Tongan people, their beliefs in ancient magic, and what can go wrong if it gets in the wrong hands. This book has it all. Suspense, horror, and very graphic, may I say. But be warned. If it had only a better and more scary... No. If it only had a better and more scary book cover, he would get all of his old fans back. Yeah, with this cover, it's kind of a stupid book cover. Yeah, when all his classics like The Manitou and Revenge of the Manitou and The Djinn, they all had great book covers that had setback art, very clever. Highly recommended if you love horror that is thought-provoking, fast-moving, graphic, and very believable. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. Now, this book is so graphic. Oops. So like I said, this one is about a woman who she is a house cleaner to a man that was a former detective. Now, he's no longer a detective, but what he does is he's an Uber driver among the rich and famous in Southern California and Hollywood. Now, he comes upon, well, his house cleaner is cleaning a house, and she finds a dead body. She finds the owner of the house, whose home she's cleaning, and dead, and she's like mutilated horribly. She tells him about it, and they start to investigate. Oh my God, what they uncover and where this story goes. Oh my God, it is Graham Masterton back to his best. Yeah, he is back to the days of scaring the shit out of you, grossing you out, and then really teaching you about. I learned a lot about Tongan people. Now, I do know a couple Tongan people, but one of them is very dear to me. She was Bruce's mother's caregiver, and she's a very dear friend. But yeah, and I told her I was reading a great Tongan ghost story, what I thought was going to be a ghost story, but it was completely different. It starts out as a ghost story, and there's a ghost woman in it, but oh my God, what is uncovered in this book? It was a fucking phenomenal read. Great listen. I listened to it. I have recently, I just ordered the hardback last night. I do want to put it up on the shelf there with all of my other Graham Mastertons, and yeah, so this is like one of the Graham Masterton covers, the art covers that I was talking about. His books always, yeah, just had the best artwork. But this one and his newest books that are either ebooks or audiobooks, they just have really stupid covers. But yeah, he wrote House of a Thousand Whispers, a couple years ago, and I loved that book. I did a review on that. But Graham Masterton just, they call him one of Britain's most well-known horror authors. I don't know if he still lives in the UK. I think he lives in America, and I think he has for a while. But a lot of his books take place in California, San Francisco. All the Manitou books took place in California and San Francisco. But speaking of the Manitou books, this book even mentions Gitchy Manitou. Yeah, and the only reason why I said it like that is because one of the characters in the movie that had Tony Curtis in it and Susan Strasberg, he always, every time he said the name, he said, the Gitchy Manitou. He said it really in a weird voice. But highly recommended. I loved The Soul Stealer. I did give it 5 stars. I gave it 4.5, but I rounded it up to 5. It's so much fun, and there is 3 of the most disturbing body horror torture scenes that were so much fun, but oh my God. Well, I'm just gonna put it bluntly. There is a scene in here where a man gets his scrotum slowly sliced open, and let's just say he has to eat. Yeah, he has to eat one of his testes, and I cringed. I could feel it, and it's just yeah, it's graphic. There is a rape scene in there that was pretty disturbing, but oh my God, it's classic Masterton. So hey, you guys, if you want to be scared, but if you want a great holiday horror book, pick up Ronald Kelly's Season's Creepings, because it's so good. And speaking of holiday horror, yeah, I'm reaching down here, so sorry. The next one I'm starting is this. You better watch out. Yeah, I'm wanting to read it like, right now, so I can read it closer to almost Christmas time. So yeah, and I did the opening of this, and I read that's Rudolph with an axe. This one looks really, really fun. And it's 261 pages. But yeah, I'm going to start this as soon as I post this video. I'm going to get this video up and edited. And speaking of this video, if you guys love horror as much as I do, hey, you guys, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. Giving me a thumbs up does help the algorithms of the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I would love a subscription right down there. Down there in the basement, there's a little thing that says subscribe, or you can hit that button right there. Ring that bell so you get notifications. And you guys, today is Saturday? Yeah, Saturday is, hey Google, what's today's date?
It's Saturday, December 17th, 2022.
Saturday, December 17th, 2022. So, now the cat is awake, but Bruce took the dog somewhere. We've got, our entire house is done festive for the holidays. What else was I going to say? Oh, Avatar started this weekend, and it made 93 million in just Thursday night previews. The Mean One only lasted 6 days. It's already gone. Yeah, missed out on it. Didn't see it. But that's about it, you guys. Let me know if you guys have seen any great horror movies, or if you're into any holiday horror films. Speaking of holiday horror films, I want to tell all of you thank you that stopped into the live chat, horror chat that I did last week with A. Lopez Jr. If you haven't watched it yet, click on my live tab right there. Next to videos, just click on live, and the video's right there. You can watch it. We were actually on for almost 2 hours. We had a blast. We had so much fun. It was a great chat. A lot of you chimed in. A lot of you popped in questions, wrote questions to me that, because of course I did at 4:30 California time. So a lot of you were at work. You couldn't tune in, but you guys did tune in right before we were done. And then, yeah, A. Lopez Jr., great guy, super, super nice. We had so much fun this time. Thanks to Tammy and Maddie and Christy and all of you that popped in. Tammy and Maddie were with us almost the whole entire chat, and yeah, we had a blast. So you guys take care, have a great weekend, stay scared, pick up a good scary book that's gonna give you nightmares. And hey, you guys, I'm Richard with Nightmares Anyone. Take care, live your life like a book. Just don't turn that last page, because once you do, it's over. Take care, you guys, stay scared, and I will see you in the next one.